Hi, Bella. I know, right?
All rise for the Honorable Judge Taylor.
Please be seated. All right, we're going to kick this off here. Mr. Gilmore, would you like to call your first witness to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to call Sheriff Tate to the stand.
Please raise your left hand and put your right hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Please take a seat in the witness stand.
Now, Mr. Tate, could you please tell the story of what happened the night of November 21st to the jury?
Yes, November 21st. I had just gotten off work, and...
Who is making these disgraceful noises in my courtroom? Proceed.
Anyway, I was just getting off work, like I said, and Mr. Year come up to me and he says, someone taking advantage of his daughter, had her way with her.
So you went to their house?
Yes, sir, I did. I got right in my car and got there as fast as I could.
And what did you find when you got there?
Well, the poor Yule girl was all mangled up on the floor. Looked like she'd been beaten up, so I went to help. Asked her if she was all right. Said that Tom Robinson done took advantage of her and run away. So I went and arrested the Nemo before he could get a chance.
Thank you, Mr. Tate. No further questions.
I guess it's like cross-examining like this.
Yes, sir. Mr. Tate, now, once you found Miss Mayella, did you bother to call a doctor?
Well, sir, no, it did not. She was pretty bunged up when I got there, so I knew something must have happened.
But you didn't call a doctor.
No, I didn't see it necessary to fetch a doctor when I already knew what had happened.
You didn't call a doctor. You didn't call a doctor. What drove you not to call a doctor when you see a girl like this? Bruises on her face, all messed up, mangled, as you said.
No, I did not get a doctor because it wasn't necessary.
So how did she look when you got there? Did she have lots of injuries? What kind of injuries did she have?
Well, yeah, she had a lot of injuries. She was beaten around the head pretty bad. Oh, and a black eye was coming in.
Which eye was it?
Well, let's see. I was facing her, and it was...
Spit it out.
No, okay, it's...
That's your left.
Okay.
That would be your right.
Yeah, it was her right eye. It was right eye.
So it was her right eye. You were facing her, and it was her right eye. So that'd be this eye right here. Correct?
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor. You may step down.
Thank you.
Honey, I can't talk to you right now. I am in a very important... Your Honor, I call Robert E. Lee Ewell to the stand.
Okay, come up here. Please do something with your hands. Yeah.
Would you be the father of Mayella Ewell?
Well, I suppose I must be. Can't be doing much changing now.
Order. Excuse me, Mr. Yule, but there will be no more obscene comments in this courtroom while we're in session unless it pertains to this case. Do you understand?
Okay, Mr. Ewell. Can you, what's the word? Recap. Yeah. Can you recap what happened that night?
Well, I was coming home from getting me some kindling from outside the house when I heard my little Miss Mayella yell inside the house. She sounded like a stuck hog, so I started running to the house, hopped that fence. I hopped it real good, sir, and I went up to the house, but he had already taken advantage of it. He was all up on my Miss Mayella.
Whisper noises, whisper noises, whisper, 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 whisper noises.
Order in the court. No more whisper noises.
Mr. Yule, seemed to be doing quite a bit of running that night, weren't you? You, let's see, recap. Correct me if I'm wrong. You ran from getting kindling.
You're wrong.
You ran to hop the fence. You heard her screaming. Then you ran to the window. Then you ran inside to see Mayella. And then you ran to get Mr. Tate, the sheriff, and you ran back. Is that correct? Why in the world didn't you run to a doctor?
Well, there wasn't no need to be seeing no doctors.
But what I don't seem to understand is that with Mayella, her own father, you, of course, you weren't concerned with her health after what she'd just gone through?
Well, yes, I was, but I already seen who'd done it.
You're the worst.
Your own daughter, though. I mean, she just, as you said, been taken advantage of, and you didn't care to see if she even wanted a doctor?
Are you done yet?
And also, you were in here when Mr. Tate testified, correct? You agree with everything he said about her condition?
Why, yes, sir.
And you agree that she was banged up on her right side, was it?
Well, yeah.
Mr. Yule, you can read and write, can't you?
Are you trying to mock me, Mr. Finch?
If you just listen, everybody, this actually does pertain to the case. And actually, Mr. Yule, how about you write on the board back here for the audience to see?
Yeah, do it. Now, Atticus, would you kindly explain to the court what this has to do with the case?
I would.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Yule, would you, which hand did you write your name with?
My left?
And which eye again was Miss Mayella beat on?
Her right?
So that would be the same hand, your dominant hand smack here in the right eye, correct?
Well, I guess
Just
so.
saying if you were the one who beat her. No further questions, Mr. Yule.
What? Go ahead and step down now. What? Step down, Mr. Yule! Mr. Gilmer, do you have any more witnesses to call to the stands?
Just one.
Who is it?
Mayella Yule. Miss Mayella Yule. I'm not looking at her. Miss Mayella Yule, what were you doing November 21st?
Well, you see, Mr. Gilmore, I was sitting out on the porch, and I was just minding my own business. And my daddy had told me that I needed to bust up this old chipper rope for some kindling out in the yard, but I was feeling kind of weak that day. And you see, that black man over there, Tom Robinson, well, he was walking by, and he looked mighty strong enough. And then he came inside the fence.
And then what?
Well, I looked at him and I said, "Hey, Nemo, I'll give you a nickel if you come bust up this shift rope for me." And so he went off to do it, but I had to go inside and get something really fast. And so I went into the house